Are you dating or about to start dating? Then this video is for you. Coming up, I'm going to be talking about some of the mistakes that I made during that dating season. So I was in the dating scene a few years ago, maybe 6 years ago. I was dating, but I made some mistakes that I do not want you to make. You know, I want you to go through dating better than I did, because dating plays a huge role. I'll keep saying this, a huge role in how your marriage will be. If you choose wrong, if you do all these things, marriage will be a problem. So the first mistake that I made was thinking that the man, the boyfriend, is going to complete me. You know, we say all these things, oh, he's my missing grip, so like I'm incomplete, why he's incomplete, now you complete him, and things like that. Mistake number one. Both of you should come when you complete. Complete, and then you just complement one another. No one is supposed to complete, each other. The only person that can do that is God. He's the only one who completes you, so that, hey, you're full. See, even Adam, by the time Eve came, he had everything, like he was complete. He was a whole person. He was not as if missing something for now Eve to come and complete him. No, she was just coming to complement. So thinking that someone is going to complete you brings unnecessary expectation. So you just feel like there is a gap. There is something that this guy is not. It's like a puzzle, with the wrong piece. You're trying to fix it. It's not fixing. It's not going on. That's how it is. Because you're putting unnecessary expectations on this person, because he will never fulfill those expectations of wanting him to complete you, and then you feel like, wow, I'm whole. So ladies, if you're out there, even the men, please work on you, do what you need to do to get yourself there. And also be that person that you want a husband to want. Some people, you go, you say, I want a man who is this. For you, are you the kind of wife? Are you kind of the girlfriend? Are you the kind of girlfriend that someone would want? So work on yourselves. So for me, I realized that was my number one mistake. Hoping that the boyfriend will kind of fulfill me, will give me that joy and that happiness. I want to just emphasize that it's only God that can complete you. No man, no woman will ever complete you. That is the first mistake that I made. The second mistake that I made, this one is very key. I dated someone who did not have the same spiritual belief. He was an unbeliever. Ladies, we keep saying that he's nice, but we forget that nice is not a fruit of the Holy Spirit. It's not. Someone is nice, but if he didn't have the same value system, same spiritual belief, you end up in problems. So I went through a season where I dated someone who was not like me, and you'll find you're having debates or arguments, or you're not getting along regarding, let's say, waiting to have sex before marriage, because the other person doesn't understand. It's like, but we are together. If we are together, why not? And then for you, you have reservations, and then you find that you're clashing, frustration begins from choosing a person with a different spiritual belief from you. So please, assess those things at the start of the relationship. And it brings me to my third point, because it's intertwined, having the right people surrounding you, the people that you ask, maybe accountability, because it's something that I kind of missed out. I had come from Essex VAC, I was deep. I used to attend fellowships, like I was on fire for the Lord. But then when we got to campus, all my other friends who are with me on the journey kind of went into different spaces. They went to Makerere, they went in different places, and for me, I was in UCU. So you find that the people you'd have talked to, the right people you'd have talked to, are not there. So you make a few mistakes. So I asked someone, not the right person, I was like, hey, this guy, He likes me, what? But he is not born again, you know. Another person told me, are you going to marry him? Sure, just have fun. We're on campus. I shouldn't have listened to that, honestly. But I don't want to blame anyone. It's a mistake that I made. But you see, when you take that kind of advice that does not align to who you are, then there is a problem. Because I believe that dating should be purposeful. Date because you know that you're going to get married to this person. You know, you're going to become one with this person. And not just for fun's sake. Because when you begin fun's saking, before you know it, that relationship is over. And then you get another X. The more X's you have, the more baggage you're carrying. Yeah? It's like X. By the time you meet Mr. Right, you're bent. You're full of garbage. So please ensure that dating is purposeful and it's leading somewhere. Yeah? That's the third mistake that I made. Listen to the right people. Have accountability partners that you can work with that have the similar belief system that you do. The fourth mistake that I made during dating, entering relationships when you do not know your worth. When you don't know who you are, what you're about, why you're here, like you do not know what anything is about, that is going to cause problems. Because if you do not know your worth, you don't know what you want, you will go for anything. Yeah, your worth will be defined by another person. So, and you give yourself cheaply, you know. Imagine, let's say I'm not saying it's kind of a transaction, but you go to the supermarket and there are no prices. People will say, I will take that depending on how much they have. They will take that because they will say, I value it at, let's say 50K. They will take it at 50 because you have not put your price. So ladies, even gentlemen out there, know who you are and let your identity be rooted in Christ, first of all, but also know the kind of relationship you want from the get-go. When you enter a relationship, when you do not know where you're going, you're just there, someone will define it for you. I've mentioned before in one of my videos, I think, when I had just met my husband now, Stephen, I think the first few dates, I asked him, what are your long-term goals, short-term goals? What are you about? What are you trying to achieve? Why do you want to enter this relationship? Like, things have to be clear from the start. And those are some of the mistakes I made before, like I didn't ask all those questions. And I guess I wasn't ready. I was still young, I was still on campus. So don't rush things. First, know who you are and what you want so that things are clear. I define my worth. God defines my worth and not anyone else. So you will not be tossed around by any Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes because you know what you're about. Okay? So that's the next mistake that I made. Not knowing who I am, my identity, what I'm about, what do I want to achieve with this person. Yeah, don't do that. Light bulb moment with Lisa. Did you know that talking to yourself in third person helps reduce stress and anxiety? Lisa, you are funny. Your light bulb moments are hilarious. Whether people laugh or not, Lisa, you are funny. One of my final mistakes, you know, that I made is settling for anything. Yeah? And when you settle for anything, because you're so in love with the idea of marriage and not necessarily loving this person, it becomes a problem. So I've always wanted to get married. Since I love the idea of marriage, but I didn't think through what exactly it meant. Because many times people will jump into marriage not understanding what does marriage actually mean, you know. So you're dating this person. Remember, I was dating not purposefully for some time. So you're settling with this person anyway. Casta, we're going to get married, you know. You love the idea of marriage and not necessarily loving this person and wanting to commit to this person. I don't know if you get the difference, and that becomes a problem because we found many even Christian ladies who get into relationships and then get married, but because it's too late, like you've already been with this person 4 years, 5 years, you've dated, let's just get married. Casta anyway. It's not so bad after all, you know. That whole feeling of even being lonely, you know, it comes into play because you settle because you don't want to be alone. I don't know if anyone is feeling me. Many ladies, we are there. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to start afresh. So you're like, let me just be with this person. Because we've been together. It's now 3 years, you know. Please, I keep telling people you'd rather lose 3 years, but you start afresh with the right person. Yeah. So please don't settle. You're seeing all those red flags, but you're keeping quiet, saying, anyway, let's get married. Stop loving the idea of marriage before you really understand what it entails, what the commitment means, and if this person is the one you want to spend your lifetime with. So I keep telling people that you're not just choosing a partner, a lifetime partner. You're choosing the father of your children. If I had thought about that at the start, I would not have wasted some time. You know, I would have just gotten my husband here instead of wasting time. So please, don't fall in love with the idea of marriage. First, understand what marriage is about. If this person is going to be the right person for forever, but also the father of your children, because we spoil the destiny of our children from the partners that we pick. Those are the mistakes that I made. But I thank God that even when I made those mistakes, God was gracious, God was faithful. I still turned around and met the right person, and now we are happily married. Let me know in the comment section, what mistakes did you make? You know, now you're married, let those people who are dating to know so they don't make them again. My name is Kusiima, and I'm always here to inspire.